day number 3. So thank you so much for watching day 1 and 2 if you watched. And this is the summary of Time to Thrive, day 3. On day 3, Dean was the first one who talked, and then we had Brendon Burchard and Russell Brunson. So Dean talked about sales. In self-education industry, and also really in almost everything, you're more likely to serve than sell. And Dean is all about that, right? Like if you've ever watched Dean talking about sales, he talks about sales being a service. So when you are selling something, you're actually serving that person. If you know that you're adding value, if you know that you have something great to offer and you don't offer it to people, that's a disservice. And I truly believe in this. If you have any products or services that you want to sell, I want you to think about the value that you're adding to the buyers. And then he asked this question, when is the best time to start? Well, obviously 20 years ago, right? Or 40 years ago. But when is the next best time to start something? Today, not even tomorrow. Today is the time. So if you want to start something, I really encourage you to take massive action today. Don't even wait for a day, because there is more likely for you not to take any action. So I want to be really authentic here, and I want you to know what's happening right now. So it's like 6:22 p.m. and I had a really long day. I had my first meeting of the day at 7:30 a.m. and I had back-to-back meetings till a few minutes ago, and I took the video of day 2 right before this one. And right now, everybody's at home and you probably hear some noises here, but it's totally fine. If I wouldn't take the time to do this video now, I probably couldn't have done it tomorrow. There's no way I can do it later today or tonight. And there is a chance that I can't do it tomorrow, because again, I have another back-to-back day tomorrow because of the news I gave you in the previous video, right? So it's okay if something is if everything is not perfect. Actually, they talked about being a perfectionist. Brendon talked about that, and he's actually one of my coaches. So I'll tell you what Brendon said, but I want you to know that if you really want to do something, start today, start now, and take massive action on it. Massive action means something that you do and there is no way of going back, right? I started recording and I'm okay, I'm halfway done or a minute into the video, and I'm not gonna stop, because if I stop, I'm not gonna do that again. I know myself, I don't have time. So first of all, thank you so much for watching, and second of all, I hope that you understand that I prefer to create a very authentic video and add value to you, than not doing this and think about, okay, so there are some noises from outside. So I hope you like it as well. Let me know what you think in the comment, actually. If you prefer to, for me to be very formal and just do it whenever everything is perfect, which will never be, let me know. And I probably won't listen. But I want you to tell me. I really want to know, really. This is real. I really want to know. Okay. And then Dean asked, does money solve problems? He said, yes, a lot of problems. So if you have, there are a lot of problems that you can use money to solve them, and although there are other problems that you can solve with money, but there are also problems that you can solve with money. So if you need money to solve some of your problems, or some of the problems of the world and some of the problems of the other people, you need to make money. And in order to make money, you need to sell, right? You are not going to get rich by saving money. And this is not from Dean, it's from me. You're not going to get rich by saving money. You're going to get rich by making more money. So find a way to make more money. Okay, so he talked about 3 secrets. I feel like this is becoming more of my training instead of no, but this is, trust me, this is a summary of day 3. Okay, plus some of Rocha's experience. So Dean talked about 3 secrets. 1, turn your sales into service. So again, it's about your mindset. What you think about sales helps you to sell more. if you don't sell, they have two choices. If you don't sell to your customers or clients, they have two choices. One, they either suffer in silence and they're not going to get those services that they really needed, or they're going to go to someone else who maybe cares less about them. Maybe you really care about them, and that's why you're thinking about, oh, I don't want to sound salesy. If you're that careful, if you're that caring, why not giving your services to them, and just make sure that your prices are in alignment with your beliefs. And if you don't know how to do pricing, I have a training which is not on YouTube, but I might be able to give it to you. So if you want to learn how to price your services, maybe comment below and I'll find a way to give that to you, or maybe I upload it on YouTube if I see a lot of people want that. Back to the summary. Secret number 2, science versus art. So the science is the platform that you use, and the art is the message and the value that you're adding to people. So science is like, okay, so you need to know what platforms to use for your services. So for example, some people Facebook works for them, some people Instagram, some people LinkedIn, TikTok, and we have so many different platforms. And then the art is the message that you send to people, you communicate with other people, and the value that you're bringing to them. And how can you become an artist? How can you send this message? With 5 steps. 1, to enter the conversation that is going on in your ideal client's mind. So what are they thinking right now? So for example, I talk about myself and my ideal clients so that I can help you with it. My ideal clients are service-based entrepreneurs who live in US, Canada, or Europe. So North America and Europe mostly, and who have a passion and want to make an impact on this planet, and have something to say, have something to do, but they don't know how to price their services, and they don't know how to make money. They don't know how to create a thriving business. I have over 17 years of experience in finance, and I'm really great with numbers. I love numbers, and I love creating tools for other people. It's just my geeky side gets out. So I love to help other people to learn about their numbers and create tools for them so that they can use it to create a thriving business, so that with that business, because they have a beautiful heart, they love to help other people, they can use these tools and system to make more money and have a better impact on this planet, make this planet a more beautiful place, even at least for their own family. Okay, so enter the conversation going on your ideal client's minds. This is how I get into that. Like, I'm like, okay, what are they asking? A lot of my clients say that they feel like they need clarity. They want to know what's their next step, and then they don't like numbers, and they have a calling. They want to make an impact, but like thinking about numbers makes them feel like uneasy. So I help them with that part. Solve a problem they have. So I solve it by creating tools and also by educating them on just the most important things that they need to know. Nothing extra, no fluff. I'm all about just meat. Okay. Third, what's a good path for their goal? Okay. I ask myself, if this is my expertise, I need to know what's the best way for them to achieve their goal. They want to create a thriving business, a coaching business, for example. So actually, that's what I did. I created a course that takes people step by step towards this journey. Okay, they start here with feeling lost and having no clarity. We work on their mindset, finding roadblocks, teach them how they can make more money, then teach them about their numbers, creating tools for them, creating a new identity for them, and then create a massive action plan for them so that they can take massive action and they can create a lot more money, and then they can have a huge impact on people's lives. What do they want versus what do they need? So Dean always says, give them or sell them. Yes, sell them what they want and give them what they need. And then later on he talked about giving them both of them. But it's about, so people always want what they want. So whenever you wanna, like, you need to listen to them and give them what they really want. And if they need something else, you know that because you know better, it's okay, give them what they want. And also, I want to add this part for myself, and also give them what they need, because of your expertise, you know, for example me, I know that people need tools, people need Excel sheets that does everything for them. So not only I give them what they want, clarity, like money, how to make, like all of that, but also I create tools for them because I know that they need a roadmap, they need a map and GPS, I call them, they need a tracker. Lastly, he said that people buy from you when they feel understood, not when they understand you. So you don't need to work so hard on yourself to make them understand you. You need to really understand them and their problems and know what they're missing and help them find that and get that. Okay, and then secret number 3 is to create an irresistible offer. And this means you need to go like above and beyond. This means that you need to deliver more than anybody else can do. So this is another part from Business Mastery that Tony says. So how do you create an irresistible offer? By adding so much value to your ideal client that nobody else can. When you do that, people pay a lot more than anybody else. They will pay anybody else. So he talked about 8 steps here again, and these are easy actually. How can you create an irresistible offer? 1, meet them where they are. See where your ideal client is and like their problems, meet them there. Build their confidence and push for action. You need to give your ideal client confidence because they always feel fear, and that's also what you feel when you want to take action on something, right? When you want to create change in your life. So you need to think about your ideal client and do that as well. So give them confidence and push them for taking action. And then 3rd, talking about taking action, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. I hope I'm adding value to you. So the only reason I'm doing this is to add value. So number 3, let them see exactly where to start and what's next. You need to be clear on your messaging. On when you have, for example, a strategy call, you need to exactly tell them where you're gonna start, where they are right now, so that they have clarity on where they are today and what's the next step, what is coming next. That clarity helps them so much and gives them so much confidence to take action. 4 is overcome their objectives. Yes, whenever you want to sell something to someone, they're gonna have some objections, so you need to also make sure that you're covering the objections and you're handling them right. They didn't talk about how, but I have that in my course. So maybe another time, maybe I share it here as well, but again, that's another study. So you need to overcome their objectives so that they can see the path. Number 5, give them what they want and what they need. This is where I said, Dean said something earlier, and then here said, give them both. Yes, give them both. Number 6, create value and a price that is hard to say no to. So this is what an irresistible offer is. You add so much value and you put a price on it that is so hard to say no to. So it has to be lower price. But I'm going to tell you something that is really the truth here. People with so much power like Tony, they can actually lower their prices because of the scale, because they can sell a lot more. So even if they're making so little on each person and their margin is so little, but in general, because they know how to keep you there, they're going to generate a lot more in the long term. And this is great. I'm just telling you so that you understand the system and you know that this is where you want to get in the future. So when you start, it's very hard, and almost being a number person, it's very hard to price something at a lower price and being able to be cash flow positive, So don't blame yourself if you can't do that. And if you price it really low, you're not going to make a lot of money. So I'm just saying you need to understand how you can get to the point that this is either passive income, you create the course once, so it's not your one-on-one time. So if it is your one-on-one time, it's so hard to do low price, and there is a chance that you go under and lose your business in total, and just because of the wrong pricing. Just saying. Okay. Number 7, create what you wish you had. And this is so true, and this is actually very painful, but I would say this is very easy and it's very good. Why? Because this is how I created my course. I was like, okay, what did I wish I had? Like when I started, I didn't know my next step. I just didn't know where to start, what platform, where to go, what to say, how to price it, how to design my offer, how to sell, how to, how to even introduce myself, or what. So first question, what to pick? Like I'm good at so many different things, and I have a lot of expertise. Which one should I use? And all of these. So that helped me a lot to create a roadmap for my clients. So if you are thinking, okay, where to start, what to offer my clients, sit down, write the roadmap. Where are they today, and where do they want to go? And then how can you help them get there step by step? This will help a lot. Number 8 and last one is be the bridge builder. So you're building a bridge to get people from exactly what I just said, so from where they are to where they want to go. Next guest was Brendan Burchard, and I really enjoyed learning from him, and I've been with him for a long time, and I've learned a lot from him. But this was actually new and I loved it. So he talked about 3 phases of crisis and what happens to us and how can we thrive and make sure that we are not stuck. So first step is shock and safety. We are like, when something happens, like COVID happened, right? All of us get shocked, or maybe when recession, like when we really feel the recession, people can go to the shock and safety mode, and they don't take any action. Most people don't take any action, and they're like, oh my god, what happened, right? And mostly, people who are perfectionists, they are here in the stage 1. They are stuck in the shock and safety mode because they want so much safety and certainty. If you're aware of the 6 human needs, they love certainty and they seek certainty, so they don't take any action. And then number 2 is coping. So when people go from shock to coping, they're transitioning. They are like thinking about like, okay, how can I deal with this? For example, COVID happened. How do I prepare myself for the next step? And then he said, here is the place that separates the losers and the winners. So losers get stuck here, they stay in the coping zone and they don't take any action. And then the third phase, or the third group, are the winners, who go to, like, they separate from the losers and they go to the third phase, which is progression. They are the people who are moving forward. They think that, okay, this is what happened. Okay, I got shocked, but I understand it. Now I'm thinking about, okay, how can I deal with this? How can I use this as an opportunity to create something, to go to the next level? And this is the time, and this is so true. And I heard this, not from Brendan, not in this way, but I heard this in another way at the beginning of the pandemic. And that was the time I said, like, I really want to do something else, a huge step. That, if I want to fail, I'll fail. If I want to succeed, at least I can succeed now. So if you're here, just ask yourself a question and see what you really want to achieve, and know that this is the time. We said put your face out there, like get out, make videos, talk to people, be there to be visible. You need people to see you, and then ask questions. And with the questions that you ask, what does it mean? So find your ideal client, ask them. Be curious, try to understand them, because then you understand their problems, and then when you understand their problems, you find the solutions for their problems, and then with that you can create a framework, you can create a roadmap, as I said. And then when you do that, you start something that matters. So like this is what I wrote for myself. So have a map, so you create something, as I said, that's like a roadmap that you can give people. And then when you do that for people, when you make stuff easier for people, they're gonna pay you for it, because they're gonna save a lot of time and energy and even money by paying you and getting your services instead of going through everything themselves. And the last person was Russell Brunson, and he talks so fast, and I'm not gonna tell you the story of the potato gun, but that's funny. Go listen to it if you want. But the most important thing is that he talked about hero's journey. Every movie that you watch, right? Like look at the movie and understand that if your life is gonna matter, it has to be like a movie, right? It has to have some like ups and downs. Like nobody likes perfection. Like someone is born and grows up, like it's grown up and like makes a lot of money and lives a healthy, happy life and succeeds. Well, okay, who likes to watch that movie, right? But like when the movie is like full of ups and downs, you really enjoy it. He uses this hero's journey to tell us that how we can use this to create a beautiful story for our own life. So it starts from us feeling something, a calling inside of us that says like, you gotta do more than this, you deserve more, or you can do more, or you can have a better impact on this world, on this planet. And that's the calling for an adventure. And then the next thing that comes right after this is fear. And this fear, or he calls it refusal. So this refusal or that fear comes from mostly the certainty, the need to certainty that we want, because we're going toward uncertainty, and the uncertainty inside of us goes up. So now we crave certainty, and it feels so good to say no to this because we get a lot of certainty. But this is how your journey becomes beautiful, and your life story becomes something that it inspires people. So when you feel fear, you need to take action. How do you take action? He said you need to keep the momentum. So you take action first, you take something like to see some results, and then you keep that momentum. How do you keep that momentum? By having a guide. Normally in movies you also see that the hero has a guide, like a wise man is there and always like, or wise woman is there and always like says, what to do to the hero. So we want that as well. All of us, and I truly believe in this, all of us need to have a coach. Even if you are a coach, you need to have a coach, and that's so important. At least a coach, but probably more than a coach. So and that's what's happening with me. Like my business was like going like this, and then I got a coach, and like I started investing on myself, and it became like this. So like that's how like you go, like you learn that your time is so valuable that you're so willing to pay somebody else and use their experience and their expertise to go further faster. So I hope you like this, and we came to the end of day 3. If you did like it, please make sure to like and comment. I really read all the comments and I really enjoy them. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you like to see more, and if you want to see Business Mastery probably behind the scenes, which I'm going to be part of, make sure that you follow my Instagram. It's called Roach the Firewalker. Follow my Instagram and make sure that you watch my stories. Next week I'm gonna go to Business Mastery. See you soon. Bye.